The bustling market of Odu, a small village with mud houses and palm trees. A beggar named Kalu, a man in his late 30s with a round face, dark skin, and unkempt hair, sits under a tree, watching the villagers go about their daily lives. He wears tattered clothes and holds a small wooden bowl for alms. A grand mansion at the edge of the village, surrounded by high walls. Chief Obinna, a wealthy man in his 60s with a stern face, light brown skin, and a well-groomed mustache, watches from his balcony. His eyes linger on Kalu, the beggar. Chief Obinna walks up to Kalu, surprising the villagers. He hands Kalu a bag of coins. Kalu's eyes widen in disbelief. The villagers whisper, wondering why a rich man would help a beggar. Chief Obinna invites Kalu inside and offers him a job as a servant. Kalu, hesitant at first, agrees, eager for a chance to change his life. Kalu works diligently, cleaning the mansion, cooking, and running errands. Despite the hard work, he is grateful for the roof over his head and the regular meals. Kalu notices a room that Chief Obinna never opens. Curiosity burns within him, but he dares not ask questions. One evening, Chief Obinna warns Kalu never to enter the locked room. His tone is firm, but there's a hint of fear in his eyes.
As days pass, Kalu's curiosity about the locked room grows. He wonders what secrets the room might hold.
A mysterious man in a hooded cloak visits Chief Obinna late at night. Kalu watches from the shadows, but he can't hear their conversation. Chief Obinna falls ill suddenly. He grows weaker each day, and the villagers whisper about curses and dark magic. Chief Obinna calls Kalu to his bedside and makes a surprising request. "Promise me, Kalu, you will never enter that room." Kalu nods, but confusion clouds his mind. Chief Obinna passes away, leaving the villagers in shock. Kalu, now alone in the mansion, mourns his benefactor. The village elders read Chief Obinna's will. To everyone's surprise, Chief Obinna leaves everything to Kalu, but there's one condition: Kalu must never open the locked room. Kalu, now a rich man, begins to enjoy his new life. He helps the poor, repairs the village roads, and earns the respect of the villagers. Despite his newfound wealth, Kalu's curiosity about the locked room grows stronger. He can't shake off the feeling that something valuable lies behind the door. Villagers gossip about Kalu's rise from beggar to rich man. Some praise him, while others cast doubt, suggesting that the mansion holds a dark secret. Kalu lies awake, torn between honoring Chief Obinna's wish and satisfying his curiosity. He decides to open the room the next day.
Kalu searches through Chief Obinna's belongings and finds the key to the locked room hidden in a drawer.
With trembling hands, Kalu unlocks the door and steps inside. The room is filled with ancient artifacts, gold, and a large portrait of Chief Obinna in royal attire. Kalu discovers a diary on a dusty table. He opens it to find entries about Chief Obinna's life, revealing that Obinna was once a beggar, who became king by discovering a hidden treasure. The diary reveals that Chief Obinna used the treasure to build his wealth, but he feared that someone might misuse it, so he kept it a secret. Kalu feels guilty for breaking his promise to Chief Obinna. He debates whether to keep the treasure or use it to help the village. Kalu gathers the villagers and reveals the treasure. He explains Chief Obinna's story and his own journey from beggar to rich man. The villagers are amazed and grateful. They praise Kalu for his honesty and suggest using the treasure to improve the village. Kalu decides to use the treasure to build schools, hospitals, and better homes for the villagers. He feels fulfilled, knowing that Chief Obinna's legacy will continue to help others. News of the treasure spreads, attracting greedy men from neighboring villages. They plot to take the treasure for themselves. A group of bandits raids the village, demanding the treasure. Kalu bravely confronts them, but they overpower him. The bandits kidnap Kalu and demand that he reveals the location of the treasure. Kalu refuses, determined to protect the village. Kalu cleverly tricks the bandits into believing that the treasure is cursed. Frightened, the bandits decide to release him. Kalu returns to the village, greeted by cheering villagers. He vows to protect the treasure and the village from future threats. Kalu forms a council of trusted villagers to oversee the use of the treasure. They agree to use it wisely for the benefit of all. New buildings rise, children go to school, and the villagers thrive. Kalu feels proud of the positive changes he has made. A royal delegation from the neighboring kingdom arrives, intrigued by the village's transformation. They invite Kalu to meet the king. The king, a wise and just ruler, listens to Kalu's story. Impressed, he offers Kalu a position as an advisor. Kalu is torn between accepting the king's offer and staying in the village. He seeks advice from the villagers. The villagers encourage Kalu to accept the king's offer, seeing it as a chance for him to make a bigger impact. Kalu becomes an advisor to the king, using his wisdom and compassion to help the kingdom prosper. Kalu faces opposition from other advisors who doubt his humble beginnings. He proves his loyalty by making fair and just decisions. The king hosts a grand feast in Kalu's honor, celebrating his achievements and his dedication to the kingdom. Kalu discovers a hidden document that reveals the king's plans to conquer nearby villages, including his own. Kalu confronts the king, pleading for mercy on behalf of the villagers. The king is angry, but Kalu's sincerity makes him reconsider. The king decides to abandon his conquest plans, impressed by Kalu's bravery and wisdom. He declares Kalu a true friend of the kingdom. Under Kalu's guidance, the kingdom enters a period of peace and prosperity. Kalu's reputation as a wise advisor spreads far and wide. Kalu returns to his village, greeted with joy. He shares his experiences and the lessons he learned in the royal court. The villagers throw a grand celebration in Kalu's honor. They thank him for his courage and leadership. The villagers propose making Kalu their king. Kalu hesitates, but they assure him that he is the leader they need. Kalu is crowned king of the village, his heart filled with gratitude and humility. The villagers rejoice, proud of their new king. King Kalu's first decree is to ensure that no one in the village ever goes hungry or homeless. He pledges to lead with fairness and kindness. Kalu rules with wisdom and compassion, drawing on his own experiences as a beggar. The villagers flourish under his leadership. A drought hits the village, and food becomes scarce. Kalu distributes food from the royal stores, ensuring everyone is cared for. A drought hits the village, and food becomes scarce. Kalu distributes food from the royal stores, ensuring everyone is cared for. The bandits return, seeking revenge for their earlier humiliation. Kalu negotiates with them, offering them work and a chance to change their ways. The bandits accept Kalu's offer and lay down their weapons. They become loyal members of the village community. The village grows into a small kingdom, attracting traders and craftsmen. Kalu's reputation as a just king spreads. Kalu honors Chief Obinna by building a statue in his memory. He tells the villagers about Obinna's kindness and how it changed his life. A neighboring king, jealous of Kalu's success, threatens to invade. Kalu must find a way to protect his people without resorting to war. Kalu meets with the rival king, offering a peaceful solution. He proposes a trade alliance that benefits both kingdoms. The two kings sign a treaty, ensuring peace and prosperity for both kingdoms. The villagers celebrate Kalu's diplomatic victory. Kalu continues to rule with wisdom and compassion. He teaches the villagers the value of kindness, humility, and hard work. Under Kalu's rule, the village becomes a beacon of hope and prosperity. People from far and wide come to learn from the Beggar king. As Kalu grows older, he reflects on his journey from beggar to king. He knows that his story will inspire generations to come. Kalu passes the crown to a worthy successor, a young boy who once lived as a beggar himself. Kalu's legacy of kindness and wisdom lives on. Kalu addresses the villagers one last time, urging them to always help those in need and to remember that greatness can come from the most humble beginnings. The village, now a thriving kingdom, celebrates Kalu's legacy. His story becomes a legend, told around campfires and in schools. A grand monument is built in Kalu's honor, symbolizing his journey and the values he upheld. The villagers vow to keep his legacy alive. Kalu, now an old man, lives peacefully in a modest hut. He finds joy in watching the village he helped build continue to thrive. Kalu spends his final days surrounded by friends and family. He passes away peacefully, leaving behind a kingdom that loved him dearly. The villagers mourn Kalu's passing but celebrate his life. They remember him not as a king but as a kind-hearted beggar who changed their lives. The villagers continue to live by Kalu's teachings. They help the needy, build each other up, and cherish the legacy of their beggar king. Children gather around a teacher who tells them the story of Kalu, the beggar king. The children listen with wide eyes, inspired by his journey. The villagers gather around Kalu's monument, lighting candles in his memory. They sing songs of hope and unity, honoring the rich man's secret. That true wealth lies in kindness, humility, and the courage to change one's destiny. Did Kalu's journey inspire you? Imagine how a single act of kindness can change everything. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories like this one. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next adventure. What would you do if you had the power to change your destiny? Let us know in the comments below.